Today's Rowdy.com Big Three, talking about three big, important NASCAR issues. My name is Bass Masters. This is Buzz Cutler.
As important as NASCAR issues ever get.
They're pretty darn important. You've got the issues today, right?
I do?
I think you do.
Okay.
I hope you do, because I don't have them.
I don't
have them anywhere.
I don't know what the hell they are. Well, issue number one is this rumor
Oh, dear.
that Jayski circulated today about how Joe Gibbs Racing is going to close down their engine shops, I guess get engines for free from TRD,
Why
and
pay
then
for it when you can get it for free?
lay off half their employees of their engine shop and put everybody else on the fourth car that they're going to start for Carl Edwards. So it's a multifaceted rumor.
I love these rumors. I love the fact that you can have a website and just put a rumor out that says, like, I heard this. And you don't even have to really say who you
heard it from my Aunt Sophie.
Or I thought it was Aunt Zelda. You never know. Look, it makes sense in a certain way that you would close the engine shop down in a funny way.
How does that make sense?
Because what do you... Think about the resources that go into that
You got
engine
Mark
shop.
Cronquist.
No, he's awesome. Don't get me wrong. And maybe he goes and gets a job for TRD and runs the whole shooting match. But my point is, you got to look at a cost-benefit analysis. If I'm getting 2, 3, 4 extra horsepower, is that really worth it? Is that really worth it to have my own whole engine department?
Dude, I think this is a huge, huge risk, though. Right now, you've got Kyle Busch and you've got Denny Hamlin, who are competing for wins. Denny Hamlin may not be as strong as he was last year, but he and Kyle Busch are consistently running to the front, right? You make a huge change in your engine program, and you run the risk of throwing a monkey wrench into
Here's where I'm going to disagree with
deal.
you. I'm going to tell you a dirty little secret, okay? 90% of NASCAR races are won with handling. Okay?
Well, yeah, that's
handling.
not a secret.
Okay? So if you're investing a ton of money in horsepower, it's important, and it can be decisive in certain ways. But I just think you're better off investing your money in things that will help you build faster race cars with respect to getting through the corner. So to me, it actually makes sense. Whether it's true or not, well, that's a whole other issue.
You didn't hear it from us.
Issue number 2.
Issue number 2.
Thinking.
Remember issue number 3.
Athletes.
Right, that's issue number 3. What was issue number 2?
Oh, Mike Helton's comment on the Kentucky.
Oh, right, which is basically said, we will not rest until we solve these issues at Kentucky Speedway. And we're working on the schedule now. It was almost like he was throwing down the gauntlet to SMI and saying, you better get your stuff together.
Yeah, I think he was, because he sort of declined to say, don't worry, we'll be back next year. Of course, I guess he couldn't say that before the schedule comes out, but if I'm Kentucky, maybe I'm sweating a little bit. We know our buddy Reed Spencer of Sporting News kind of suggested, hey, why don't we move that race back to Atlanta while Kentucky gets its act back together?
See, the good thing about that is not only do you alleviate the traffic problems that we faced at Kentucky, but you get better racing.
Well, yeah, I suspect the racing at Atlanta is a little better than Kentucky.
You suspect?
I'm trying to be generous. Let's be honest. That's not going to happen, right? They're going to take another year. They're going to try to solve these problems. We're going to race again at Kentucky. That's what's going to happen, right?
Right.
So, I think Mike Helton maybe is making them sweat. They've got a lot of soul searching to do. I'd be very shocked to see a repeat of these problems. Issue number 3.
Issue number 3. So there was all this stuff on the Twitter sphere, I guess during the ESPYs that
I didn't even think it was a sphere. It's a sphere now?
It's a Twitterverse.
I like that better.
By, what's the football player's name? Golden Tate? Which is just, I mean, come on.
Remember Golden Richards?
Not terribly credible, whatever you say if your name is Golden Tate. But he got back on this.
Maybe it's like if your last name is Tate, you're like, I gotta jazz it up a little.
Or your first name is Golden. You got to make it more mundane if your first name is Golden, just for balance.
I think the last name comes first, though, doesn't it?
The first name doesn't come last?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, he got on this, drivers aren't athletes kick during the ESPYs because, of course, Jimmy Johnson nominated for Athlete of the Year.
Right. One thing you can say about Golden Tate is that he's never tried to drive a stock car around a track as fast as it can go. Because if he did that, he would know that he's wrong when he says drivers aren't athletes. And it's very easy for people to say, this is like driving my car, only faster. Here's another dirty little secret.
It's not.
It's not like driving your car, only faster.
But here's another dirty little secret. Not all NASCAR drivers are athletic.
That's correct.
But that's different.
It depends on how you define athlete, but if a golfer's an athlete, I'm telling you, a NASCAR driver's an athlete.
And you know who else are athletes?
It ain't throwing darts either. There's strength, there's stamina, and there's a high level of hand-eye coordination.
Are you saying that dart throwers aren't athletes?
No, I'm saying if they're athletes, then a NASCAR driver is definitely an athlete. If a golfer's an athlete, a NASCAR driver is definitely an athlete. There are a lot of skill sports that aren't inherently athletic. Now, golf there's just an athletic. You okay? You worn out?
I'm feeling a little winded.
Dude, you got to work on your stamina.
I need some like Gatorade. This internet video hosting thing.
People say we're not athletes, but we are. I work out every day
I need
to do
like
this job right.
a protein shake or
They're
something.
athletes. Get in a car, go to one of these driving experiences. You all right?
My electrolytes are. Oh, I need.
Right, I'll take it from here, okay? Because we're teammates, right? You can depend on me. Get in a stock car and drive around Charlotte Motor Speedway or drive around Dover like you and I have both done. And after 10 laps, we're totally fried and sweating our tails off. And we're like, I can't do this anymore. And we weren't even going fast. We weren't even.
And
going
obviously,
fast.
we're in prime.
And we weren't next to any other race cars.
But we're in prime athletic condition.
Well, I am.
Well, come on. This takes a lot more out of you than driving a stock car.
All right, that has been your Rowdy.com Big 3 for today. For Buzz Cutler, my name is Bassmasters. We'll be here next week to talk about what we actually saw in the race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
I think I need to go lay down.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.